following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. On the Carolina sideline, here's a look at head coach Dave Canales. These guys just about set to go in this one. In the same role on the opposing sideline, Rams head coach Sean McVay. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Welcome in, everybody. Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward, and I know all of us are ready for this new season to begin. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts his campaign, though, how you start, will leave a massive impact on how things play out.
That's run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Brought in right side by Moore. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First down, Panthers.
Ready.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
And it's third.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Down.
Out of the gun, Young. Go left side, Sanders has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So far, so good to begin this one as they've got a new set of downs beyond midfield.
The Panther first down.
Ready.
Here's Hubbard on the give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt.
Sam Martin in punt formation for Carolina. The Rams take
So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out, it's their rookie quarterback taking top 10 in our most recent NFL draft.
Look, there are pressures that come along with being a first-round pick. You're expected to lead your team to bigger and better things right away, no matter the situation you're drafted into. To his credit, he hasn't shied away from any of those pressures. He's been the guy they needed off the field. Now we finally get to see what he can do on it.
And the Rams first down. 1st and 10.
To throw here on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Lathan Ransom has it. And this is going to be a pick 6. He's in for the Carolina touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald going to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. On the return, here comes McKenzie. He dodged the tackle. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And trailing, coming off their biggest mistake so far. Feels like one of the key moments in the football game for them right here. The first carry now for Kyrie Williams. And it looks like they're giving him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All on the 45, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the
They're going play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line.
That's another Rams first down.
Up the gut they go with Williams. This drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Let's go.
He's dropping back to throw. Finds his way through a tackle. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Out of bounds across midfield at the
3rd and long for him here. Catch made. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks. You have a chance to move those chains.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Yellow. Ready.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
brings up 2nd down.
Now it's Young. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right. It certainly wasn't.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And they're going to drop him to end the return, but this turnover isn't going to stand. We've got flags at the spot right where he picked it off. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. They'll run here following the penalty. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubts into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. And really create some indecision now defensively.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Counter play, Hubbard. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald, and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. This from 48 on the left hash. Fitzgerald sends this through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He cuts it right. Still has some space inside the 35. And they are all the way into that red zone. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score.
19.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Another run for Williams. 2nd down run good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
He's running for it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. And forced a 4th down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams start to fight back with their first points of this game. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Rams cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Set to return. Here's Anaya Smith. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 26-yard line.
They run again with Hubbard. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Got his man. This is McMillan. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Ready.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Offensive line, 2nd down.
2nd and 12. At the 50-yard line.
Young working from the gun. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Outright, Leggett makes the ground. And the hit is made, so they bend to the competition, but they didn't break Gronk as they force this fourth down. They're going for it, Young. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. He's got the first and more inside the 25. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. What a play on fourth down. They get the first after a gain of 27.
First down in the third.
Here we go. Ready.
They're going down all on the run. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Bronk. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world. But
and he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 9-point advantage. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Rams 7.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes McKenzie. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. They send Nakua in motion left. They'll play action on first down. Finds him over the middle. He runs it up to midfield. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. Things looking totally different after that last play. It's first and 10 inside the opposing 30.
And the Rams.
Back to throw. Finds his back, Kyler Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
To Kyron Williams.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 23-yard line.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. That stop made by Derek Brown. To the line, here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They stay on the ground with Williams. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
He was brought down by.
So here he is, getting his 2nd field goal look of the half.
Loss of 2 yards.
This one from an even 40 yards out. Piniero's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Makes the score.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panthers and Tedero and McMillan taking over once again. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
And the Panther first down.
Hubbard again. He'll knife his way through for a pick of a 4. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Panthers with a chance to boost their lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Rush coming for Young. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. Sam Martin on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field.
Punt formation for the Rams.
Breaks the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Panthers set to take the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead.
Set, ready. Set, cut.
Young on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Xavier will get the target on that throw, so it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, set, set, cut.
Young looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Yellow, 40. Three. Me. Hut.
Young to throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
2nd down and 10.
Let's go. Blue, 32. Set.
Shotgun snap now to Young. This is Liggett working the left side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Trying to work quickly now.
It's a gain of 8.
Ready?
And it brings
He's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Ready?
Again, it's Young. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
gain of 5. 1st down, Carolina.
Here we go. Hut.
To the air, yet again. Young. Short pass brought in. It's scooped up by the Rams. It's a foot race. The 30. The 10. And he's going to take it right for the LA touchdown. The Rams cut it to just a point before halftime. And his kick is good. And what a first half that was as we officially go into the locker rooms now all tied up. So we're all all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report.
Our
Scott?
journey through the NFL starts now. And it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on the Broncos in the AFC West. And it's the Denver defense that steps up on this play. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Broncos come away with an 8-point victory. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And this is Kyler Murray. It's a touchdown pass from 3 yards out. The Cardinals are going to wind up winning by 17. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Detroit Lions. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll find an opening, and he's gone 20 yards on the touchdown. The Lions are able to come away with their first victory on the season. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes McKenzie. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First down, play action. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Puts him on the out route. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing from the gun here. Nakua here. He's got it. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. First down, ball at the 36.
First down.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Going deep here for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take the lead right away in half number 2.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. You got middle field open or close. You got single high or too high. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 17.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Carolina offense headed out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this round, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
On the pistol, it's Young. To the left side, Sanders has it. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 14 yards. And the Panther first down.
Let's go.
On play action, here's Young. He rolls to his right. Connects on the crosser. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And he sails that one up the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs.
3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. On the move, headed right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
This makes it up to the 25. Out come the Rams on offense. They certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40.
To play action on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10.
Evans, the motion man here. Throwing now off the play action. He's going to keep it this time. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Clowney brought him down.
Offense to the line for second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Panthers.
They're throwing it. Screen here for Williams. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
He was taken down.
The extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
Still first down.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Young. Forced out to his right. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Tyrone McMillan he was looking for. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll set up the screen. It's Hubbard. Takes away from one. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Carolina in punt formation. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Rams headed out to the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it. If you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards. This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Rams are set to punt. And after that drive, went backwards. He's going to send this one forward. That's played at the 43. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st down, Panthers.
Here's Hubbard, and they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Young working from the gun. On the quick slant, it's Leggett. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st down, Carolina.
Here's a give to Hubbard. Now this is a part of why they find themselves trailing here in the 4th, Brock. Another tough carry for him as he's taken down for a loss. Break the huddle, it's 2nd down now. Now it's Young. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He got his man. This is McMillan. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Ready?
He finds him right side. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers now trail by just a point in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Rod lost some yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
To the air on 3rd and long. They'll make a big for it on the ground. Gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on it. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Hubbard. Has some daylight through the 40. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap now to Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Escapes the defender. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
First down.
Young looking to throw. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Young up 1st and 10. Oh, this big guy is moving! And they take him down right along the 30.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes are reading you like a book. Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Kicker staying on the sideline. Would have been a 48-yard try. Instead, they're going for it on 4. They're going for it. Young. Pass complete. Screenplay. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Here we go. Ready.
1st down. Young. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches.
At the 10-yard line.
Hubbard quick on the draw. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. Does force a fourth down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Flag for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
The Rams set to go on offense once more. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And it's Bowler to catch outright. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard.
Look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Back to throw it. That's over the middle and money to Nakua. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
First down.
Here he is to throw. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. Panthers pick this one up. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover, they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway, They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers make it a 10-point ball game.
37. Rams 27.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here comes McKenzie. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Dave Canales getting his Panthers out there for their next drive. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making this stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that's certainly a 2-possession lead this late on to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36.
2nd down, looking for options. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. After that play, we see some concern out there, and now we know why. That's our top pick in the draft who's shaken up. Boy, they had big expectations for him this season. Hopefully, this turns out to be nothing. He's running for it. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
Rams first down.
And they spike the football as we get down under 50 seconds to play. The clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Motioning the tight end now. Here's the backup. First throw. Completes this one to Otten. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
A gain of 1. Brings up
Looking to throw it.
9.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
6-yard loss. It's fourth down.
Desperation time here on fourth. Trying to push deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
So the Panthers pick up the win here. One down, a whole lot more wins to go, Brock. But hey, victors to begin this regular season.
Yeah, I think it's both these guys go across the field and shake hands with one another. They do know, Kate, to your point, it is a long year. But what this does is it pays off your training camp. It does instill some confidence. He did all the right things through July and August to kick the season off.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.